I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, Supreme Team? Welcome to the channel. Come on in, everybody. Nice to have you, child. We got a lot to talk about today. Okay, so if you can hear the sound of my voice, please let me know by putting your city, your state, your country, your island, wherever you are from, into the chat. That way I can say what's up to you real quick, okay? Come on in, everyone. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I appreciate that. I see Lady D Keys in the house. Anybody that you see with a purple wrench behind their name, they are here to make sure that you have a good time in the chat, okay? So don't forget just to pay attention. I don't mind if we have different opinions. That's cool, okay? Just keep it respectful, everybody. So come on in, come on in, come on in. I see Stanford, Connecticut in the house. What's up, Lauren? Nice to have you. Come on in, y'all. Don't be shy, child. What's the problem? What's the problem? Happy Tuesday. Hopefully y'all have been doing good. Child, it's been raining here all damn yesterday and today, and I am like, I don't like it. I need to go outside, child. Let me live. What's up, Darlene? Welcome to the chat. Nice to have you, Tennessee. What's up, Kansas? Nice to have you, child. Whew. Anyway, every morning I go out and walk, and the last 2 days I've been walking in the house, which, in the wintertime is cool, but you want to get outside and do your thing. You know what I mean? And I have not been able to do that. Come on in, everybody. We got some things to talk about today, child. The news is bumping, jumping, all the things. Who do I have on my thumbnail? Let me put it up real quick. We're going to talk about Gail King, child. She is the next in line to have been attacked by the leader-in-chief. Hot ass mess. We're also talking about Monica Denise. I got some more news on Gilbert Arenas. It's not good either. We're going to talk about Teddi Mellencamp and some other stories, okay? Come on in, y'all. Welcome to the chat. What's up, Pittsburgh? Nice to have you. Pittsburgh, Virginia. Nice to have you. Welcome. Yep. Okay, hold on. I have to get my comments up real quick. Let me put those on the screen. Get my comments up. Keep talking to me in the chat, y'all. Let's make sure that everything's working the way it's supposed to. Let me know how y'all day was going so far. If y'all had to lay anybody out, child. I don't know. Okay, I see it's coming up now. What's up, ATL in the house? How have you been doing? Okay. GT girl, what's up? Listen, hold on, child. Okay, hopefully this works this time. We got Indianapolis in the house. What's up, baby peaches? Nice to have you. Cool. Okay, let me put myself back on screen. I got on my Lady Sings the Blues hat, child, my little floppy fedora. Welcome everybody to the chat. Okay, so I'm going to be trying to operate all these screens, child. I don't have any help. I am a one-woman team on this board back here, child, and it's a hot mess. What's up? Less of more. You're from San Diego. Nice to have you. For whatever reason, the screen looked blurry, but hopefully y'all can see me okay. Okay, listen. let's get into it, y'all. I'm going to start off with my Black excellence post because y'all know people act like we haven't been excellent since 1835 for some damn reason. There's a lot of people talking and very, very misinformed, unfortunately. So I'm going to give credit to all the people that's been doing the work in the here and now, okay? This century, not last century, child. And y'all need to do y'all work too and, spread the word so that people don't keep talking ignorance over us. It can get real embarrassing if you know what I mean, okay? Here we go. And today's post, some of y'all may have seen this lady actually. Today's post is on a woman by the name of Melissa Butler out of Detroit, born and raised in Detroit, actually. So anybody out there in the what up though state, anybody over there in the what up though city? Yes, Melissa Butler, very smart woman, graduated from FAMU with a finance degree, a bachelor's degree actually in finance, and then ended up working for the Barclays Center over there on Wall Street, child, shortly after getting her degree. So very quickly she got picked up there. Then she decided, you know what? These numbnuts is getting on my damn nerves. I got to figure out another way. So she started making lipstick in her kitchen in Brooklyn. Okay. Come on, Dallas. What's up? Started making vegan lipsticks in her kitchen, and she was looking for dark colors that complemented Black women. I actually am wearing one of her brands right now. Okay. So yeah, ended up going over there, making her lipstick. That was in 2012. In 2013, she said to hell with it. She ended up quitting her job with the finance company, and she moved back to Detroit so that she said it actually was cheaper for her to move to Detroit and, keep practicing what she wanted to do. Now, here's the gotcha. 2 years later, she ends up on Shark Tank. Do y'all remember her from Shark Tank? Ended up over there on Shark Tank, and she had an online business. She was looking for funding to help her with her online business. And the judges told her that the product looked like colorful cockroaches. Colorful cockroaches is what they said. That's how they described it, child. But she did not let that deter her. Okay. She didn't go home and just throw everything to the wall and say 2 tears in a bucket. I guess I'll, figure out something else to do. No. Instead, she started looking into how to get into retail stores. And she did it with Target. Okay. Target was the first to put her in their store. She had over 500 stores that the product was in. So if y'all ever saw the lip bar in Target, y'all should be paying attention. This is one of the things that Tabitha Brown was talking about when she was saying, listen, there's a lot of us who are still in Target. And, even if you don't buy shit else, just remember there was people who was doing the work, did hard work to get to where they are today. So anyway, the lip bar. Yep. I think she calls it TLB for short. Yep. What up, though? Anyway, she ended up getting into Target, and now she is in thousands of stores, including Walmart, CVS, Meijer, which is a grocery store, I think, in Michigan. And she also sells online. That's where I bought mine from. And then she has a flagship store in her hometown, Detroit. So spread the word. Make sure y'all tell the entire story, okay? I just gave y'all a short synopsis, but she's worth looking up. Beautiful woman, right? Beautiful woman. So make sure you look her up and remember her name, Melissa Butler. Okay? Always been excellent, baby. Don't let anybody tell y'all different, because I'm tired of it. Tired. Michi said that she is an addict for the lip bar. Peaches, yes. I have a Meijer down the street from me. I will be buying some. Yes, check it out. That's I mean, you can't get more Black excellence. You know what I'm saying? Child, okay. As long as y'all know. All right. So, yeah, that's my Black Excellence post for today. We'll talk about something else tomorrow. The other thing I want y'all to do, if you're not following me over there on IG, you should be, okay? Because I post all kinds of stuff over there for your brain as well. But there is a cute post that I made today of a daddy daughter dance with the little ones, okay? And they're dancing to Luther Vandross' Don't You Know That? It is the cutest thing ever. So make sure that y'all follow me over there so y'all can look at it. Those little babies need to be acknowledged, child. It was just the cutest thing. Anyway, what y'all got to say? Come on through. That's right. Come on through, Melissa. All right, let's get to the next story. Please and thank you. I told y'all that we had to talk about Monica Denise real quick, child. Her love life is like one for the books. I hope she writes something. I think she has been called the Black Elizabeth Taylor or something like that because of all her great love affairs, child. Anyway, she has a new one. She actually just got married. So that's why we're going to talk about her. Congratulations to Monica Denise for coming up on a lick, kind of, because he does have some things going on for himself. His name is Anthony, also known as Ant Wilson. I think he manages Chris Brown, but the two of them went on down to the courthouse. Seriously, they didn't have a big wedding. They went on down to the courthouse, stood in front of the magistrate, and said their I do's. So good for them. Tied the knot, and Ant said, "Shout out to everybody at the courthouse that got us in and out with no problem." Okay, they got dressed up, and they said, "It is what it is. We'll have a nice little reception, but we're not gonna put a whole lot of money into this shit." Okay. Monica Denise was previously married to, I think his name is Shannon Brown. He is a basketball player. Then she was also engaged to, I think, Rocky. I think she has 2 kids by him. Child. Anyway, she has a lot going on, but now she is settling down once again. So congratulations to Monica. I think they look good. Okay, what's up? Charnel, nice to have you in the house. Nice to have you. Come on in, child. We getting it together one by one. Who else? We need to catch up on? Yes, congratulations to Monica. Congratulations. Hopefully, this one is the one that, goes the long haul. She's only been married one other time. I think that it just sounds like she's been married a million times, but she hasn't. Who else are we going to talk about today? Let's talk about Mia B. Lyon real quick. Let's do an update on Mia B. Lyon. I told y'all that she was with Bobby Valentino. Okay, don't ask me how this happened because I really don't know. But Mia had some things to say. I guess people were asking questions about what's going on with you and G, because she had posted a picture of her and G saying that he's an excellent father. Despite his medical diagnosis, he has been with her the entire time. She sees him every day, she said. I see him every day, and that they are great co-parents. But she has moved on from Ink because she said that Ink wanted more from her than she could give. Okay, even though she moved to Atlanta to be with him, he wanted her to hurry up and get that divorce and then start the process of being engaged and, the two of them getting married. And she said, no, I wasn't ready for that. Okay. She answered some questions from people who were coming through on her chat. So let me read that to y'all. Hold on. This print is super small. Let me see if I can catch it on another screen. Child, y'all know I'm half blind with this stuff. Okay, so anyway, one of the questions she answered is, no, G and I are not back together. So her and her estranged husband are not back together. We do see each other every day. We're deeply, deeply involved with raising our children, and she is so grateful. She also said that she is single and not by choice. Even though we see her dating Bobby Valentino, they kissing each other and rubbing feet and all kinds of stuff like that. She said not by choice. She said it was Ink who decided that he no longer wanted the relationship because he wanted to take it to another level. So she said no. She said that she's had combined marriages for 15 years, and right now she kind of want to focus on her and, take a break from the relationship thing. She does say that she was deeply in love with ink. However, there's a whole lot of bad actors on both sides. And where she is right now, she says she doesn't think it can be repaired. She's keeping it real. So she's basically saying that there will be no more ink in her future, it sounds like. Thank you, Lady D Keys. Keep hitting that like button, everybody, please, and thank you. I appreciate y'all for coming in and rocking with us. Okay, what else does she have to say? She talked about her businesses. For people who are calling her a gold digger and saying that she used all of her husband's money, because y'all remember her last season of Real Housewives of Potomac, she said it was actually her husband who blew through everything, and she was the one who kept the family afloat. So she said, I still got my money, okay? She is the owner of 5 chiropractic centers, The Joint. Y'all may have heard of that. She said that they're located in Maryland and DC. She also said she's opening up a new business called Tox in Atlanta. She's the CEO of the House Manor. I don't know where that is. Also, she has an LLC called Messy Mia Method. And she's also doing some sort of luxury home organization, child. So she has a whole lot going on, and she wants y'all to know it. Stop calling her a gold digger and looking for money. And she might have more money than Bobby Valentino, for sure. So anyway, if you're interested, that's what she has going on. Y'all know she has been petitioning to come on RHOA, and the fans have been screaming, don't you do it, okay? Not because they think she's too good for RHOA. They actually think she'll be a bad decision. They said, no, we do not want Mia on that damn show, child. I done took myself off screen. Who else are we talking about? Oh, I have an update for y'all. A lot of you may have heard about the contractor who worked for the Child Welfare Agency over there in Alabama, who ended up leaving a child that was in her custody. She was supposed to take to the parents' home and have them do the home visit. And then she was supposed to take the child back to Children's Services. And she did not, unfortunately. She left the parents' home and then she drove home. And she forgot that the child was in the car. Yikes, right? Well, there is a new update on that. Put this up for y'all. So her name is Keila Stanford. She was a contractor for Alabama's Child Welfare Agency, and she was actually charged with reckless manslaughter and criminal negligent homicide. And this was after leaving a 3-year-old foster child, Katorius KJ Starks Jr., in a hot car for 5 hours, resulting in his passing, which is very, very sad. But a lot of people have been paying attention to this and asking, what the hell was going on? Why? How could you, forget? And I'm going to tell you, this has become like a little phenomenon over the last couple of years. And people aren't paying attention that even though this is horrible and sad, there's a lot of people who just have way too much going on, right? And they have these super important jobs, and they're just forgetful. I mean, there's a lot of us who've forgotten shit. You know what I'm saying? You might leave the stove on, an eye on, that type of thing, burn the house down, all the stuff you're not supposed to do. And all of a sudden we have these kids that get left in the car. I don't necessarily think she did it on purpose, but you know what I'm saying? You have to have had more responsibility. Heifer, you knew that child was in your vehicle. You think so? I mean, I've heard of a lot of people that have done this over the years. It is super sad. But she could have just literally forgot that that baby was in the back seat. Who knows what she had going on in her life? You know what I'm saying? But you can't be that negligent. You can't be that forgetful. And she's going to pay for it. And there are parents. I think they said that the parents were fighting to get their child back. They're literally trying to bring the child back home. But you were more of a danger to the child than the parents at this point. So I hate that. I hate that that has happened. But yeah, she is about to be charged, and whether it was an accident or not, at the end of the day, you still can go to jail, right? It doesn't matter that it's an accident. You could still go to jail. It doesn't matter that you didn't do anything if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? Come on in. Come on in. Welcome, everybody. Thank y'all for coming through. I appreciate y'all. Don't forget to hit the like button, share the video, bump up the thumbs up. You are rocking with DYANAROZAY. Not never. April, are you saying that you've never forgotten something that was big or important? I'm just saying, this isn't the first time this stuff has happened. This has been happening for the last, 20 years now? 15, 20 years? I agree with you that she will probably go to jail. I'm just saying it's fucked up. It's fucked up that people have so much going on in their lives that they forget those kind of things. But I actually lived across the street from someone who forgot something, ran out of the house, left an eye on, and their house burned down. That's the type of stuff where, you're like, well, how did you forget, girl? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't think that people want that shit to happen, but it does. These foster parents be worse than the parents. This wasn't a foster parent. This was the agent in charge of taking the child to visit his biological parents. And then she was supposed to take him back to the foster care facility. So that was her job. She had one job. Okay. She had one job, and that was to get that baby back home or back to where he would have been considered safe. And she went home and sat in that house for 5 hours before she went back to the house. And we've heard about these kind of situations, like bus drivers leaving kids on the bus, and and parents are calling 911 trying to find out where their babies are. And turns out that damn child, there was children. This has happened multiple times. Children left on the bus and all kinds of stuff. That's why she should have remembered. Agreed. I agree 1000%. We don't take the time. Too busy. Everybody is work, work, work. That's the point I was making, Sherry. 1000%. You working, working, working. Sometimes you running from, your second job to your third job, and you forget sometimes. You have too much on your mind. So that's why I was saying it that way. To truth be told, when the pandemic happened and a lot of people were working from home, people didn't realize how crazy they were, trying to get from the job and getting all those responsibilities done and trying to get home and cook and clean and all this stuff. People didn't realize how out of their minds they were until that break happened. And then it was like, oh my God, I'm never doing this shit again. I'll quit first. Okay. But yeah, that still happens. And now there's this push to put everybody back in the office. And there's a lot of people that's going to suffer. He was big enough not to be missed. I agree that he's 3 years old. 3 years old. It's literally your mind just doesn't process. That's the thing. Your mind simply doesn't process it. And if you've never experienced that, amazing. But there's a lot of people who drive home, leave the office, go home, and they don't even know how they got there. It is all done, you're on autopilot. You forget. You just forget. Hell, you like, did I make all the stops? Did I stop at the stop sign? I could have ran a light. You don't know. You don't know. I can't tell you the amount of times I did that trying to get home. Those things truly happen. But it's something to think about, and that's why I'm talking about it. Because it will happen again. People need to start listening to the reasons why. People have to listen to the reasons why, but she's definitely going to jail. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that there is a reason why. She's definitely going to jail for sure. For sure. Okay. Let's talk about Teddi Mellencamp real quick, y'all. See, I know that he had to be making some type of noise in the back seat. What if he just fell asleep? It's not uncommon for 3-year-olds to feel the rhythm, the vibration of the car, and just crash out, slump over, fall asleep, and you forget. We'll find out more as the case moves forward. But listen, she's not the only person who's ever done this. This happens so often. It's disgusting now. But it's unfortunate. Okay, let's move on to the next story. Let's talk about Teddi Mellencamp. Teddi Mellencamp says that her cancer diagnosis may be karma for cheating on her husband, which I thought was wild. Okay. So she came out, she did an interview, I think yesterday, where she just got down and dirty about it. Okay. She has stage 4 brain cancer. She's had surgery and some other things. She's still fighting for her life. The cancer has spread to her lungs, and she's trying to put things in order. And now she's really just being honest about all the stuff that is happening in her life right now. Okay. She says she knew that her husband did not want her anymore. She begged him to stay with her so that they could be on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She said, I know that man didn't want to be with me. I begged him. I got on my knees, child, to make him stay. And he did. And she said, we've fallen in and out of love throughout the history of our relationship. But this just happened to be one of those times. Hold on one second. This looks important. Hold on. So this is regarding being left in the car. Marcy Taylor said, let me tell you, my father-in-law forgot and left my 3-year-old daughter at a time. Okay. And she's lucky that he left the garage open and knocked on the door inside the garage, never watched her again. Oh, wow. I'm happy that she was able to get out and knock on the door. But damn. Okay. And thank goodness that it was in the garage. But listen, look up the number of people who drive to work thinking they drop their kids off at daycare and don't see their kids again until they get back after the workday is done. But anyway, now she's talking, and she said that she's just reflecting on her life and her choices. And she said she can't help but to think that maybe cheating on her estranged husband, now his name is Edwin, cheating on her estranged husband with I think he was the horse handler. He did something with her horses. And I think he was married too. So she is confirming that she did have an affair with the horse handler. She says she can't help but to wonder if having brain cancer was her punishment. What up, though, Detroit, Michigan? Welcome to the chat. So I just thought that was wild. I hate that people feel that way. There's a lot of thoughts that go through your head when you're having those moments. But yeah. At this point, she said she feels like this might be her karma. And her husband, again, they are estranged. He didn't come back after she was diagnosed. She's still going through this journey by herself. But she said that this was heartbreaking for a child. A month later, she received the devastating news after she had filed for divorce, or he had filed for divorce in December 30th, 2024. Oh, and the two are officially divorced today. So they did move forward with all things. He was like, I'm not helping out. I'm done. Okay. So that has to be heartbreaking, but that's what she's saying now. So come on in, everybody. Welcome to the chat. Welcome. Okay. Let me see. What you got to say, Kevin? Let's see. Okay, Teddy, the same person who initially cheated on her husband. She cheated on her husband. She said he cheated on her. She said she cheated again. She said, I really hurt my family. My family was broken. And I believe that she has brain cancer because of what she did, which is really a horrible thing to put on your shoulders when you have so much going on. But yeah, that's what she's saying. That's a shame. Now, I talked to y'all yesterday about bots. I said y'all have to pay very close attention because they said that more than half, okay, over half of all internet traffic is bots. So you think you're engaging with a real person when you're having some sort of political debate or whatever the case may be, and there is a bot that looks like a Black person or someone from your community who's saying some crazy shit, and you might be having a back and forth with the bot. So just be very mindful, because not every argument is worth it, okay? But check this shit out, y'all. On top of that, we're talking about the bots today, but the bots have been around for a minute, okay? Including in 2019, there has been a couple of companies that has hired bots specifically to discriminate on resumes, okay? So there are AI bots that actually will ghost your resume. So they're considering it discrimination. And they said that a federal judge just ordered Workday to hand over a full list of employers that used AI to rank job applicants. Not just their tech, but every company that enabled an app called Hired Score. So all these people who are like, listen, I got this awesome degree, and I have not been able to find a job, and people are, basically beating you about the head and shoulders. They're saying that now this is evidence that there has been a whole lot of bullshit going on back in the day. Okay. Hold on. Yes, he was the married horse handler. Yes, we all heard about that married horse handler, and she denied it, and people were like, that can't be confirmed. But now it's true. She was out there with the horse handler, okay? The pool boy, the horse handler, they're all the same, child. You said, no, Teddi cheated first. Okay, Teddi cheated first. So yes, this is important. They are putting certain keywords in, look for certain ways names are spelled. If you have an ethnic name, or if your job application has your address on it, and they start looking for specific addresses, like who would live there, right? How many people live in this area? What's the income level for this area? They're not looking at skill, they're looking to discriminate. And they are doing it by having an AI bot go through those resumes before it even makes it to their desk so that they can say they didn't have anything to do with it. Okay? It's already hard out here. Talk about it. Spread the word, child. Pay attention. And now the feds have stepped in and said, anybody who used this company, they've asked for another company called Workday to literally go through the list, find every company, not one, every company that used this between 2019 and 2024. So if you work for a company, if you are an HR manager who have used this, your company will be audited. Your company will be audited according to this. And it's possible that a class action lawsuit could be filed. So y'all should be paying attention, okay? I'm going to keep you updated if I see it. What's up, Jonetta? Nice to have you, girl. Thank you for coming through, supporting the channel. I appreciate you. Y'all already know what to do, child. I need every single one of y'all to hit that like button and share this video, okay? I appreciate y'all. So yeah, what do y'all think about that? Isn't that dirty work? Even after you got the big time degree, you know what I'm saying? It's all crazy. It's all crazy, the shit that people have to do to jump through to get through stuff like this. And they are going to make a way, baby. Melanie, she said that I left my first child on a bed sitting in a car seat. I left my first child on the bed sitting in her car seat when I was headed to work. But just as I started to start my car, I remembered that she was not in the car with you. And that happens sometimes. Okay, Thank you for sharing that. That's an honest story because this is true. This happens all the time. And people don't realize half the time it's just that you're on autopilot and your brain will shut down sometimes. It's not that you do it on purpose. It's just, bullshit. I can tell you one time I had a whole panic attack because I had left. I did something crazy. I had a whole panic attack. I could say I was on the highway. The way I had to turn around and en route, turning around, I had to pull over on the side of the road and catch my breath because I thought I was going to die in the car because my mind thought I left something. I had a problem at home. I drove all the way back to the house. Turned out that it was okay. I did everything that I was supposed to do. But it was just that I had too much shit in the fire. I had too much going on, and that happens. It 1000% happens. Your past employer utilize Workday. Well, you need to keep your eyes on stuff, okay? And spread the word to people who may not have gotten a job because there could be a class action lawsuit filed for that mess, okay? And we shall see what the government finds out if, they're going to be truthful about things. Better safe than sorry. 1000%. I was like, if I get fired for being late, I'm going to be fired, child, because I got to go back home. But all the same, I was literally 15 minutes away from the house. So you said that George used it too. Oof, a lot of y'all. Okay, well, now you know. Now you know what type of employer you had, okay, who specifically was asking for certain things to ensure that their workforce looked a certain way, okay? And they'll find another way to do it. Even though this lawsuit's going to happen, they're going to find a different way to do exactly what they've been doing. Know that. Okay, let's talk about Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton, child, because these two then popped up on social media today. Florida rep, and this is actually true. So a Florida rep, Anna Luna, I think her name is, says that the House will subpoena Bill and Hillary over the Epstein files, and they already have. They have dates for both of them. They have dates for both of them in October. They will be testifying before Congress. Okay, so Bill and Hillary Clinton and nearly a dozen other former feds and politicians have been subpoenaed for depositions by the Congressional Committee, okay? All in connection to Jeffrey Epstein. Names that you're going to hear in the news is going to be James Comer, the chair for the House Oversight. He announced that Hillary will testify on October 9th, and then Bill Clinton will testify on October 14th. Comer also issued a subpoena for the DOJ and for any Epstein-related records. Now, they're getting, or want the public to think they're getting to the bottom of things. I don't know how far to the bottom, because they're not going to call Trump, okay? Let's see. Oh, Candy, look, she said, that's why you don't answer the race question. There's a lot of things that people do. This is for the applications. There's a lot of things people do. They will hyphen their name or shorten their name so that it looks a certain way. But this particular bot was looking for areas. They were able, to look to see your home. So they were able to find all that information out about you by phone number, by home address, by a whole lot of stuff. So just so you know, the bots are a million steps ahead. Okay. Anyway, Clinton's going to be testifying before Congress on the 14th of October. There's also plenty of other high-profile names that's going to be coming in the in the coming weeks. That's going to be called out in the coming weeks, including James Comey, the former FBI director, and Robert Mueller, as well as U.S. Attorney Merrick Garland and Bill Barr. They didn't say anything about Trump. It goes on to say that Bill Clinton's ties to Epstein has been under a microscope for a very long time, with the Wall Street Journal recently reporting that both Donald Trump and Bill Clinton wrote personal messages for Epstein's 50th birthday album. Okay, Trump is currently suing the Journal for posting that. However, they posted it, okay? I think he's looking for $50 million or more. This all comes after Trump actually said that there was no client list whatsoever and that people were reaching. Everybody should just forget about Epstein. There's no client list. And if his name is on it at all, what did he say? He said it was because Biden and Obama put it there. He doesn't have anything to do with that man. You hope that they bring him down? Yeah, because y'all got to know he's never going to quit. He's never going to quit. There's going to have to be an actual impeachment. And even then, okay? You hope that Bill Clinton tell on Trump. I hope that Maxwell gives us true information. But, you know, they might dangle a carrot in front of her face to shorten her jail sentence. They might offer her a pardon and say, if you tell on everybody else, just don't tell on me. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Miss Tina. Everybody, please say hello to Miss Tina. Welcome to the chat, girl. Nice to have you. Yes, he definitely will have to be impeached. And child, they're going to have to go in with a crowbar, okay? They're going to have to go in with a crowbar to take that door off, to pull his fingers, okay, off that damn desk, the whole nine. He didn't want to leave the last time he left. They had to go to his house to pick up files. After telling him, bring that shit back, he just refused. Come on in. Welcome, everybody. Please and thank you. Or I say please and thank you. Welcome to the chat, everybody. Hit the like button, please and thank you. I agree, Denise. I think that she's just feeling really bad. She's feeling low, and so she's saying that she feels like she's being punished. But people say stuff like that when they're going through those low moments in life. What's up, Nita Bug? Nice to have you, child. But that's what's going on with Hillary and Bill. So they've announced the first presidents. Okay, they've announced the first group of people, but we got more political people that's going to be coming in, and we have to keep our eye on it, both politics and the feds, okay? And they really need to be getting those lobbyists as well. I would like to see all of them. All of them. But since we're talking politics, let's talk about the latest scandal, the other latest scandal, which is Gail King, for Pete's sake. Did y'all see this mess? Trump called out Gail King last night, told her she was worthless, okay? He said, your career is over. Take your ass back to the crib. Don't come back on that show because I'm about to tear it down. Okay? This is what people voted for. Oh my goodness. Anyway, he said, Gail King, your career is over. She should have stayed with her belief in Trump, stayed with her belief in me. Because a lot of people remember Gail King saying, I'm going to hope for the best. I think he's going to do a good job. You know what I'm saying? People tore her ass up for saying that. Anyway, he came out and said, you should have stuck with me. You should have continued to sing my praises. Because right now, that show is going to go off the air if I have anything to do with it. He said she never had the courage to do so, never had the courage to stand behind me. No talent, no ratings, no strength. Okay, basically calling her a punk. Called her a punk, told her she didn't have any talent, no strength. Okay, listen, let me say this, and I mean this with everything in me. We love to tear down somebody's business for saying some dumb shit, don't we? Okay? Tear it down, burn it up. I don't give a shit what you did to get here. It shall be no more. Unfollow, undo this. But the amount of people that's staying on mute right now when we are watching this type of crazy shit is crazy to me. We should be protesting this. That man should not be on his throne punching down, period. Okay? I think that's horrible. Why do people worship anybody? Why do people worship anybody? Cut it out. These people are human. They are flawed just like you. Um, but yeah, that's what's going on with Gail, and she's standing alone, child. Nobody said a damn thing. Nobody has said a damn thing, okay? Maybe a few of us have reported on it. But outside of that, they're like, Gail will be okay. She has Oprah Winfrey as a best friend. She'll make sure that she continues to eat. Okay, that's exactly what I read. And we shall see. But there's been a lot of people, I will say that, like Colbert and a couple of other people, right, who literally lost their jobs because he doesn't like them. So he does have some things going on with these news stations where all of a sudden these people show up fired. So we'll have to see if the network takes action against Gail King, because people are afraid, whether you believe it or not. And I'm not making this up. Y'all know it's true. Y'all know it's true. That lady has been sitting back minding her damn business the entire time. And now this. Can't catch a break, child. There's been all kinds of news reporters, including Don Lemon, have lost their jobs because of things. This is what it looks like anyway, because of things that has been said about Trump. And a whole bunch of newspapers, including the Washington Post, I believe, has paid out millions of dollars to him in settlements. They used to be the free press, not anymore. Not anymore. All right. Let's get to the next story. So I talked to y'all a little bit about Gilbert Arenas, right? I told y'all that he was in some trouble, got picked up by the feds, got 2 indictments on his back, one for lying to the feds. The other one is because he was running an illegal gambling ring at his house. They had pictures of the table where they were, I guess, playing blackjack or whatever. And it actually had his name on the table, like a big, like a mat that said Arenas on it. Anyway, I had told y'all that I thought it probably had something to do with an Israeli mobster that also got picked up, because there were 7 others who got picked up with him. And there's more information coming out. Gilbert can be in more trouble than we thought. Okay, let me put this headline up here and I'll read y'all a little bit about it. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to the chat. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Hold on. Gail King is problematic. I couldn't care less. Sorry, not sorry. Oh, listen, Kevin. Gail King shouldn't even be on that man's radar, though. Whether you like her or not, she couldn't be on the radar. He should be doing other things, thinking about what food we're eating, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We be giving these people way too much. Kevin. Anyway, hold on. So the headline on this says that Gilbert Arenas' poker game may be tied to a missing woman, a disappearance child. This woman is presumed unalive, okay? Just an FYI. So let me see if I can find the name for y'all. I do have it. Okay, here we go. So one of the co-defendants, whose name I'm going to mess up, I think it's Yevgeny Gershom, a 49-year-old alleged Israeli organized crime figure, has been linked by prosecutors to locations associated with the disappearance of Heidi Plank. This happened back in October of 2021. Plank is a 39-year-old woman from Culver City. I think that's out there in California. She vanished after hosting a similar poker game, similar to the one that Gilbert Arenas was hosting, in a downtown Los Angeles venue. Her dog was later found roaming near one of the buildings where such poker game took place. That same night, the same high-end poker venue was subsequently searched by LAPD and the FBI in connection to Plank's disappearance. And while significant federal investigations were launched, her remains has not been found. Okay? So the indictment against Arenas may be done to get him to talk. So we might listen. Gilbert done effed around and he's hanging out with this man and they want information. The feds want information. They said that people talk at these games. And I told y'all the other day that Gilbert said, I'm telling everything. I'm not going to jail. He did a video where he said, I'm telling everything. I'm not going to jail. He might be in trouble. If not with the feds, with his gangster friend, okay? So prosecutors did indict the Israeli linked individual, the one that's linked to Arenas in connection to locations, other gambling locations. And they are establishing a link to this lady, Heidi Plank. Okay? What happened to freedom of speech? It's never been free. Never been free. We love to say it, but it's not true. Freedom of speech is not free. Ever. There's always going to be a consequence, okay? Just depends on what you want to say. And we should know this more than ever. But they're going to say that Plank's case remains open and they'll see what happens next. But child, come on in, everybody. Welcome to the chat. What's up, Lies More Lies? Nice to have you. Make sure you hit that like button, girl. You and everybody else that's in the chat, hit the like button. What do y'all think about damn Gilbert Arenas? And the possibility that he might go to the pokey. He was hanging out with the wrong people. Y'all act like y'all speak English, child. Nobody's talking. Okay. I just want to see what y'all thought about it. Sometimes, child, you can have all the money in the world and still make really dumbass decisions. Dumb decisions. Okay. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about our food because I'm pretty pissed about this. I don't even know if it's the gambling. I think that they probably would have let it go under the radar. I think it's that body that's attached to the gambling. Whoever this man is, it sounds like that's the person they've been looking at. Gilbert Arenas just happens to be a high-profile name that they've attached to it. And I'm not even sure if he was in the spot when they got arrested. I think he got arrested after. Freedom of speech has consequences. I mean, I've not read a history book that didn't say it had consequences, child. I mean, everybody should know this. How many news reporters and journalists have gone to prison, have been locked up for trying to report the truth? And we forget these people. They should be heroes, but they never make it. They never fare well. Ever. Gail ain't going to jail. He was the landlord and renting the home out to those men. That's what I said. I said he wasn't even there, but his table did say Arenas on it. That's why he said I'm talking. He don't give a shit. I didn't say he did it. I said that he's definitely been indicted. We can't pretend that him being indicted isn't a big deal. That's a big deal. But it looks like they're trying to push everybody who might have something to do with it. Don't act like if y'all lay with dogs, you don't wake up with fleas. You know what you're doing when you're hanging out with those kind of people. Okay? He better hope he stays safe. Don't be dumb. All right, let's move on. Correct, Marcy. That's the problem with it right there. Fleas antics. Okay? Absolutely. All right. Let's move on, child. We're about to talk about this damn food. Oh, the United States, man. The food that we eat here can absolutely kill us. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so listen, the FDA has approved lab-grown look, you're not supposed to pronounce the L, salmon, for human consumption in the United States. They have now approved it. They have approved it. The FDA has approved lab-grown salmon, specifically wild type, cell-cultured salmon for human consumption in the United States. And this is the first time that the FDA has approved a cell-cultured seafood product. They've already done it with chicken, but this is the first time for seafood, and it's available at select restaurants. Okay. They're supposed to tell you that they're buying this meat, by the way. So if you go into a restaurant and it doesn't say it on the menu, you should ask. You should ask just in case. Now, I don't eat salmon. I don't like it. I don't like the texture of it. But there's a few countries that do it. Singapore is one of them. They actually approved lab grown meat for sale. Chicken seems to be the biggest one. And I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but chicken tastes completely different than the way it tastes when I was a child. Chicken is disgusting now. Damn near. No food is safe. Everybody's getting sick. Israel has approved it. Qatar has approved it. The Netherlands has approved it. Those are the ones, and the US has approved it, okay? There's other countries that's still developing, but have not. So Japan, China, South Korea, the UK, they've been exploring it, but right now their food is safe. The best food, one of the best foods I've ever eaten was when I went to Cuba. Everything for the most part is that they don't use antibiotics, they didn't use pesticides. That was the best food I've ever had. Every restaurant was so good. Oh my goodness. Please leave chicken alone. Please leave chicken alone. What y'all need to know is that it's supposed to tell you on the packaging. It's supposed to be labeled. That's the law. And if it's sold at a restaurant, it's supposed to say that this is a lab-grown meat. Cell-grown. Okay? Who makes it? Let me see. Which company makes it? The company in the US is a company called Upside. Upside Foods. They make cultivated, that's a quote, cultivated chicken. And it was approved for sale in 2023. We're in 2025, so they've been doing this for a minute now. And y'all probably have been eating it in some places. They actually also Believer Meats make it. So this is another company. They do chicken, beef, and lamb. The facility is in North Carolina. Actually, they're saying that the facility is awaiting approval. And then there's another company called Eat Just. And they do burgers only. You about to start doing your own garden? You're going to have to. Who makes, I already answered that. So yeah, just so y'all know, child, it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay. And then this last story I have for y'all. Hit the like button, please, and thank you. Hit the like button. Hold on. Where is it? For whatever reason, I can't even find the story anymore. But, oh, here it is. Here it is. Do y'all remember when Barack Obama was in office and Michelle tried to propose how people use their food stamps, right? And she was like, maybe we should take certain things away so that we can have healthier people. And she was, making suggestions about certain things. Well, it looks like people lost their damn minds, by the way. I'm going to say that I agreed with the opposition. I don't know if you should people have certain joys in life. Let me say this. And food happens to be one of them. So I don't know if you want to have the government regulate what you eat, because that really will affect your day to day, your moods. You know what I'm saying? But now the government is involved in what people eat, even though they're feeding us bullshit like cultured meat. They have decided, listen, if you are on welfare, you don't get to choose what you eat anymore. Okay, we're gonna put some regulations on that. And it is passed with no problem. Okay, Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins, she announced new waivers banning soda, candy, and other junk food from food stamp eligibility. So yeah, that's the new thing. And it is being talked about. There's some people who love it. They're saying, yeah, that makes people sick. Y'all shouldn't do it because this is where my tax dollars go. And there's other people who feel like it's just a way to control people. That's how I feel about it. I think it's just a way to control people personally. Y'all don't even get a whole lot anyway in food stamps. So people buy food for, just a little pinch of happiness in their life. Okay, we all have to be careful. Facts. I see. If you're getting government assistance, and they can control that, so people have to go to work so that the government can't control what you eat. And you think so? The government is controlling what you eat right now. I just read you a story that said the government is telling you what to eat. The government said it is okay to sell this shit in places you probably don't even think about. And they're doing it under your nose. What are you saying? The United States may have some of the unhealthiest food ever. They allow certain chemicals and dyes to be in food that other countries don't allow. Are we talking about that? Because nobody is. That's not new. That was introduced by Michelle Obama. Yes, I actually said that. Um, they want to ban the sodas with the EBT. I saw this on the news this morning. It looks like they're going to have it. It looks like they're going to have it. It's not going to work this way around. There's a way around everything. Oh, you think so? They'll just sell them food stamps to get their, I don't know what they drink, Mountain Dew, whatever people drink that's supposed to be bad. I would rather you just ban Mountain Dew than tell me what to buy, personally. I think that's crazy. I think that's crazy. But it's interesting how involved this government is. And the whole purpose of him being here was to say, I wasn't going to get involved. These should be, state issued things, right? Because doesn't that come from the state, or does it come from the federal government? I thought that was the stuff that they said they wanted the state to be responsible for. I'm just asking. I don't know. I think that we're giving. Don't control what I eat, and I don't want you giving me bullshit. I don't want to eat fucking cell-grown salmon. I think it's disgusting. I don't eat salmon anyway, but I don't want it. They're trying to help with healthy eating instead of using funds on junk food. Huh. Ain't that something? Isn't it crazy that they'll help you eat healthier, but they won't let a grape victim terminate an unwanted pregnancy? Isn't that wild? And there's a lot of stuff that people get to do that people can't do, but this is where they draw the line. I'm just asking. There's a whole lot of stuff that has been happening here that has nothing to do with that. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of stereotypes that go with people who may need assistance with stuff, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. We shouldn't buy into it. We shouldn't buy into it. But that's it. I'm just giving y'all some information. Healthy food is very expensive. Healthy food is very expensive. And places like going to, you know, health food stores, stuff like that. You're going to spend a mint in there. You're going to spend a whole lot of money. And some of those places don't even take, it doesn't even take food stamps. So you are stuck where you're stuck to buy food. Y'all know they rotate food that's going bad to areas of town that are the poorest, right? So you live in a very wealthy area, you get the freshest produce, and when that food start going bad, it gets rotated to the poorer areas. People who work at grocery stores know. Okay. Most of the people, as far as I've read, that are on assistance live in red states. Those red states are some of the poorest areas, and they don't look like you, the people that are voting. Okay. I'm just saying, read about it before you start spreading horrible stereotypes about yourself. That's why I do the Black Excellent post. It ain't fun, child. It's one thing to fight stereotypes against others, but the ones that look like you got to fight those stereotypes too. That's fucked up. That's horrible. Prices are higher in urban communities for everything, including gas. Can't even drive to the grocery store on the good side of town. Okay, but anyway, that's it. That's all. I appreciate you guys for coming over and listening to a little bit of news today. Hopefully it wasn't too heavy, child. But sometimes you got to listen to some things that'll help you think about stuff and pay closer attention to what's going on around us, right? But that's it. I appreciate every single one of y'all for coming through, though. In particular, the moderators. Y'all know y'all volunteer y'all time. So I always appreciate you guys. I also want to thank every single one of y'all who showed up to watch or talk in the chat. I appreciate y'all too. You guys are amazing. Okay. Y'all know I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. If I can get this up. And y'all have a good night, okay? Follow me on all of my platforms at DYANAROZAY, especially on my IG, because I got some real nice stuff over there to share with y'all. I'll see you on the next one.